Hey, what's up, y'all? That's right. Welcome to the What More Can I Say podcast, episode 18. Whoa.
Yeah.
No, 18. I'm one of your hosts, Kapone. Let me get the introductions out the way, get to it. The lady of the pod. That's right. The queen of the pod. Keke, what's up?
Hey, guys. What's poppin'?
We good. What's good?
You know,
drinking over there?
Of course. I'm a couple glasses in, child. I'm fresh from the battle with Brandy and Monica. I just left from them. So, you know, I am ready. I'm lit. I got a lot to say. So, I'm ready.
Oh, you know Keke ready when she say, and my brother and the new dad of the pod.
Yeah.
That's right. Zach Boog, what's up? Happy Father's Day in advance, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling so good. I'm gonna be kind of geeked up today because, like, if I calm down a little bit, I go to sleep. So I have to be fired up. I'm gonna be fired up the whole pod. I'm gonna be like, what? Did Zach do cocaine before the pod? No, this is no sleep I'm on. Okay.
All right now, Zach. Don't make people now.
No,
stay away from cocaine,
I don't ride
bro.
the white horse. I do not ride the white horse.
Okay.
Let me tell you. And I'm gonna tell y'all the pod is officially legal, man. 18 episodes. Give it up.
Yes.
We legal, baby.
We legal. We're gonna be able to drink in a little bit. We close to 21. We get closer than 21, man. All right, let's go ahead and jump to it. Another crazy week. We'll start off with this one. It's a sad day today. A lot of people were surprised when they got the news. Chadwick Boseman passed away. Zach, when you first heard about this, and it was in the way it came out of the blue, we just saw him do 5 Bloods. I mean, what were you thinking?
I was crushed. But I saw a silver lining in it. And the silver lining I saw was the fact that this man dedicated his life to putting on for us, for putting on for Black people. You know, the fact of the roles that he played in such a short time lets you know that he was really surgical and, you know, really picked his roles carefully. He just wasn't picking a role for a money grab. You got to understand, this man played James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, Jackie Robinson, and T'Challa in Black Panther. So, you know, it just made me think, like, okay, how am I going to use my gift to, you know, bring our people up? I just think that was the silver lining in it. In a short period of time, I mean, he battled it privately. He was still, I mean, he went all the way to the end, and that's how you should live your life. So I was inspired in spite of something that was, you know, so tragic.
Yeah, super tragic. Keke, when you saw it, I know you social media queen, and you scroll up and you see Chadwick Boseman. The first time I scrolled, I'm like, wait a minute, nah. So you instantly start searching and you see that it's real. How were you feeling?
Yeah, I was shocked. Like, I can't lie. When I saw him a couple months ago on a Shade Room post, I knew something wasn't right with his appearance. But knowing the actor that he is, I thought maybe he was practicing or getting ready for a role. Yeah. And we've seen people like 50 Cent do it, where they lose a lot of weight or they change their appearance. So that's what I thought was happening. Never in a million years thought he was battling cancer and thought that it would end so quickly in this way. But it was heartbreaking. And then when you say social media queen, let me tell y'all, when a celebrity dies, my phone started ringing as if I knew the person. So everybody wants to tell me, Keke, Keke, he died. I'm like, baby, let me process this. And I'm gonna post it. I promise you I'm gonna post it. But my phone was blowing up. So it just kind of crushed my mood for the weekend. But like Zach said, I'm proud of the work that he's done. I think his family and his children and his wife and everybody are very proud of the legacy that he left behind. So, you know, we just gonna mourn him and celebrate his legacy. So
absolutely. I had a chance to actually interview him, and I've been searching for this picture, and I'm gonna find it. It's actually his first interview that he was doing. He was doing his media day at BET Awards. Shout out BET. And he was doing Jackie Robinson. So he came around, super gracious dude, and I had like really offered the interview because, you know, when we interview people, and you get that pseudo kind of connection with them. They're really cool. They're really, really gracious. Just really, they have great things to talk. You just really connect with that person, right? So I had been following his career since Jackie Robinson, and it just it hit me hard. I was like, man, we lost somebody that was like truly given a gift from God and was able to just like make those characters jump off the screen, being a black superhero, and immediately I got to think, who's gonna be Black Panther? You can't do Black Panther 2. You can't.
Oh, no.
You can't. You
I'm
just
gonna
have
tell
to
y'all
let it
something.
wait.
Disney is not leaving that money on the table. I know.
Who do you get, Zach?
I know it's tragic, and I agree with y'all 100%.
Yeah.
But Disney made so much money off Black Panther 1. It was supposed to come out in 2022. No, you can't do it immediately at all. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that it's supposed to come out in 2022, Disney is not leaving that check out. I promise you they're not. They're doing a Black Panther 2.
Who does it?
Who
possesses that power?
Around, they will write.
Yeah, they have to change it.
They'll figure it out, but they're not leaving that money. I guarantee you will see a movie in 2022 that says Black Panther 2. They made over $100 million.
The way he operated, he might have actually recorded his scenes already, and we might get a surprise, just because of the way he kind of lined everything up. And I don't know if you all have been around people who are battling cancer. It's an ugly disease, but it does give people time to get their affairs in order. And the way he kind of knocked out all those movies and made sure we got all of that content, you never know. We might get a Black Panther 2, and he may be in it. And that was super dope.
That is true. He might have that. Knowing that, Keke, you are right. That is something that people with cancer it's morbid to say that afforded that right to say, hey man, look, I got to get my stuff in order. He knew what was going on, and he may have told maybe 1 or 2 people higher up, like, yo, we need to get this done. Yeah. We need to get some type of way we can bridge the gap between Black Panther and this new Black Panther, however they were going to do it. Yeah, man, I hope we see something. Again, it's a sad loss. And kind of on that, now did you see Amari Hardwick was getting some beef for basically saying I was his biggest competitor, and people kind of gave him some flack about that. Keke, did you hear about it?
I saw the post and I saw Omari going back and forth with the fan, but what I have learned from Omari, who I like to call Ghost, he really should not be on social media. Like, Ghost then died on the show. And Omari, I love you, but you are just too deep for social media. Like, so I mean, if someone's death, you really don't need to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I die, I really don't need the next chick talking about some, I was next to be on the podcast. Like, girl, please say that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody asked you all that. So, Omari could have really kept that, in my opinion. We did not need to know that, period.
Zach, you think you should have kept it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you something else. I didn't even see it, but I just think you should have kept it, because you said Omari Hardwick, and he does a lot on social media.
He's upset. I'm sure you got to feel a way that a lot of the characters that you work with for many years on Power are about to start working again, and you also decide they killed you off. Your son is on here. Well, the guy that played your son, he's got to be feeling, I lost that check. But I did get it. And this is the thing. People look for the negative in everything. They look for the negative. Acting is a competition. Radio is a competition. We want to be, and podcasting is a competition. We're doing this to try to be the best podcast. We're doing this to try to beat somebody, but it's a friendly competition. I don't think anybody hates anybody. I think that him and Chadwick probably had a healthy competition over roles. They probably did.
But if the man died, Tone, if he died in real life, this is not a scene on a movie. The man died in real life. Do you think we need that at this moment, sir? No. We don't need that. Period. No. It's so unnecessary. No.
You know me, I'm trying to find a silver lining. I'm trying to look out for my light-skinned brother, man. I'm trying to look out for him. Yeah, he ain't working right now. At least it doesn't seem like it. We don't know. But let me go ahead and get this was working. It looked like it worked out, right?
Yes.
Brandy and Monica. Recap time. We waited till the battle was finished to start the pod. So, how are you feeling, Keke? We will 100% start with you. First of all, who won between Brandy and Monica?
We won. The public, the people, the audience, we won. You know what I'm saying? It was not you know, I started off rooting for Monica, and I'm always gonna root for Monica because I just vibe with her more. But the battle was so good, you guys. It was so much just I can't even put it into words. It was so
You want to
good.
burn some incense? What you want to do?
No, baby, I want to bankhead bounce and go kick down doors and smack some chicks, honey. That's how I'm feeling after that battle, okay? I got my life to the battle. It was so good. Everything was good. But let me tell you this. I told you guys in the last episode, the shade is always going to be there between those two women. Monica was shading Brandy the entire battle.
I missed it.
Zach, it was so shady. Oh my God, it was so shady.
No, I missed the shade. I saw the battle. What happened? Where was the shade?
Well, give us a piece of the shade you thought, Keke. I thought it was a little bitey, a little bit.
Okay.
But what do you think?
Let me tell you something. First of all, if you know two girls with a rivalry, y'all should have had a meeting about what was the dress code gonna be for the battle, right? You come in there, Brandy, I love you to death, but she came in there looking like Iyanla Vanzant's little sister, okay? She came in there looking like Auntie Cleo or somebody, just looking. I don't even know how to describe it, y'all. It was just not a look. And then here come Monica, drenched from head to toe in Fendi, hair on point, hat to match, giving you a look, giving you vibes, giving you everything. She just walked through the door and it was like, it was a whole vibe. So that was the shade from the beginning, because now Monica is sitting up here looking like a beauty queen and Brandy is over here looking like somebody auntie. So that was shade one. At one point, Brandy got so excited. She goes, you know, Monica, you know, like we're a group. And Monica said, oh girl, we not a group. No, we not. So, you know, it was all type of stuff going back and forth the whole time. Brandy kept asking Monica to go on tour with her. Monica would never agree to going on tour.
Nope.
It was so much shade, but it was so good. It was so good, y'all. I loved it.
Yeah.
Every minute of it.
Okay. Jack, I gotta jump in.
Go ahead, brother.
The funniest thing is I immediately was looking at the dress code. Immediately was like, I was like, oh,
right.
What's this?
Right.
That's not, something's different. It feels different.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a meme that was hilarious. That said Monica came in there looking like a drug dealer's fiance. I'm laughing. I was like, Brandy looked like she about to burn every incense in the room. It was a weird dynamic. So that, to me, I couldn't stop. I love the music. I love that she played a lot of my favorites. I couldn't stop looking at the difference in style. Every second, I was just like, why did she pick this? Yes. And why did Monica come so crazy? Like, she looking so clean and Brandy looking so different. It was just weird, man. It was weird. Zach, what are you thinking, bro?
I saw the outfits, but y'all won't say it. I'll say it.
Please say it.
Brandy looked like she had on something from the Whoopi Goldberg collection. She looked like who picked? She had a turtleneck on, a cardigan. She had on so many layers. It's like she had on the outfit like if you went over her house and she was like, yeah, we can go outside. It got a little chilly. Yeah. And we getting ready to go be out here by the fire and make s'mores or something. Like she had on like a real comfortable outfit. Like it wasn't. Yes. And like you said, Monica was. I mean, I got a soft spot for Monica. I love Monica, so I can't even. Okay. She can do no wrong in my eyes. Yeah. But I will say this, ladies, don't start wearing them little Monica hats. I can see it now. I can see it now. I can see y'all. Y'all gonna think y'all gonna pull off.
Already ordered me one, Zach.
I know.
Already ordered me one.
Don't pull it, Keke.
Baby, I sent Monica whole look to my stylist. I want that for Big Jam in a plus size style. I want the whole look, baby, down to the pants and all.
Keke, if you come out with one of them little mushroom hats on, I'm gonna go crazy.
You bet not.
You come out with one of them little bitty ass berets on, I'm be like,
I want the Fendi on it. I want all the F's, child. You know, I can't afford the real Fendi. But my plug, he said he gonna come through with all the F's. I can't wait.
He gonna come through with all the F's.
All the F's.
All right. Well, Zach, did you pick a winner in there?
I think it was a hard tie. I was going for Monica, but one thing, oh, here's the part. Here's why Brandy has the edge. And I'm gonna say this unbiasedly. I'm gonna say it unbiasedly. Brandy was singing. And Brandy kept trying to get Monica to sing. And Monica was not trying to sing. And I was like, is Monica a little nervous to show her skill versus Brandy? Because Brandy, that's where Brandy was throwing shade. Because Brandy is like, I sound better than you. I have a better voice than you.
That's true.
And she is like, hey, sing, Monica. Hey, Monica, let's sing. Matter of fact, didn't she sing like the Negro National Anthem out of nowhere?
Yes.
She said, come on, Monica. Lift every voice and sing till earth and air. Monica was looking like this. I'm not singing the Negro National Anthem.
And you know what I felt? I personally have heard Monica like warming up on a side stage to be on. I've seen Monica in person perform, and Brandy, but I've seen Monica perform. So I was like, I've heard her getting ready. You know how they get to doing. They going through their runs, kind of getting their voice ready.
Yeah.
And Monica sounds amazing with just her, right? I think Monica is such about her bucks, such about her money. She like, yo, I'm not performing nothing unless I get paid. I told y'all, I'll come sit up here for XYZ money. But if it's gonna be, if you want me to sing, that's a whole nother check. And that's why I think she wanted to. Brandy just kind of in it to just be like, yo, I'm having fun, I'm drinking, let's sing. Monica like, I ain't got paid, I ain't going.
Yeah, it was definitely a mixture of Monica like, girl, I barely want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, Monica had to keep reminding Brandy, like, I don't really like you. I really don't want to, I'm barely here. You know, I'm here because Missy Elliott called me, girl. I really don't like you. And you know how you start being cool? You start being cool with your enemy at the work meeting just because you just trying to be nice for the work meeting. And they started, like, calling you after work or, like, come get drinks. Like, girl, I don't really like you. So, you know, it was definitely, y'all know, it was... Y'all know exactly. Somebody in y'all man popped up. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. It happens. And you be like, I really don't like you. You know, and they start thinking we friends. So that was the thing. You know, and Monica had to keep reminding her of that. Like, you know, girl, I don't like you.
I agree it was a tie.
It was some shade. You're right.
But I thought it was a tie.
A lot of shade. Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. Hey, let's get to this. This also happened right before we potted a couple days ago. VMAs. I was in and out on the VMAs. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. What did you think of the VMAs? How about it? Zach, jump in.
All right. I thought the VMAs, I was in and out. Actually, I can't even say I was in and out. I was never in. I was just out. I missed the VMAs.
Why are we even talking about it then?
Because I saw the highlights. Okay.
It's a mess.
I saw the highlights like Sports Center. Okay, and I thought I saw the Weeknd speech where he won Best R&B, and he looked beat up, and I said, did somebody beat up the Weeknd? Come to find, I still don't know what happened, but maybe that was his makeup to show the representation of what it's like to be a black man in America. Was that what it was? Did y'all see that?
You know, I saw that, Zach, and I've been asking this question for months. Like, who keep whooping the Weeknd ass? Like,
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't understand the thought. I don't understand the process behind it. But you know, I'm not a Weeknd fan, so
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I
see your
Weeknd is a vibe.
He's a vibe. But Tone, if I start making a certain amount of money, first of all, if I hit a certain age and I start making a certain amount of money, I'm not getting my ass whooped. I'm just not. You know why? Because I'm not fighting. Why would I fight you? Big man. Big angry broke man. No, I'm not fighting you when I'm rich.
Nah, but I don't know, man. The VMAs, I watched the recaps like you did. It was okay. I think the VMAs is one of those events you can't do virtually. I don't think it was a virtual. BET got it right. They know black folks only want to see a good video, basically a performance and who won. But let's get the performances right. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, and the VMAs felt weird, so we scratched that. We got for the VMAs.
But shout out to Keke Palmer. Gotta say that. Shout out to Keke Palmer. First solo black woman hosting that by herself. Like, that's dope, from Chicago. You know, my namesake. So I was so proud to see her do that. So, you know, shout out to her.
That's
Shout out
Keke right there, man. Keke love. That's real.
Keke, big Keke. I'm here for that. So yeah.
Let's get to this. Now, I'm sure you guys heard about this because we're podcasters now, along with radio personalities. Joe Budden leaving Spotify. Now, I actually listened to both of the episodes. I listen to Joe Budden podcast pretty much all the time. And I heard both episodes. And he was talking about leaving, and then he explained it in another episode. It kind of threw some shade at Charlamagne a little bit. Charlamagne threw a little shade at him on the Breakfast Club. And so what are you guys feeling about this when you heard about him leaving Spotify and saying, yo, I'm trying to basically blaze a trail for other podcasters? Zach, when you hear about that, what were you thinking?
Well, I was just thinking, how much money will they give the What More Can I Say podcast? Like if Joe Budden, I just want to know how much Joe Budden get. We cheaper than him. You know what I'm saying? You can get us at a reduced rate, Spotify. That's what I first was thinking. Is like, how the hell can we get Joe Budden's spot? That man just left some doors open. That's what I started thinking. Shit. If you want to know, but it sounded like he was trying to position himself to either negotiate something with Spotify to make more money, or to just let other, podcast platforms know that he was getting ready to be a free agent. So that's what that was about. Who says they leave in 7 episodes before it's time to leave? He's like, hey, I'm out of here. Hey,
you want out.
You know how a rapper be like, yeah, after this album, I'm done. He like, yeah, after these 7 episodes, damn, man, damn.
You still got some weeks left, Playboy.
Yeah, you gotta look time, man. You don't want to cuss out everybody and still have to go back to work. So you need to relax, Yeah. That's what I was thinking, though.
Man, crazy. Keke, when you heard about this, what were you thinking?
I never listened to Joe Budden's podcast until now. Because, this caught me. I was like, he's talking about podcasting. He's talking about owning your own content. He's talking about making sure that you're treated right and you're valued. And I was all ears for that. So I was listening. Now, the thing about Joe, he a little long-winded for me. Okay, now I turned the episode on. I listened for about 40 minutes. I left and did something else for about 20 minutes. I came back. He was still talking about the same thing. So Joe is ready to go. Joe is ready to leave Spotify today. He was going in, but he was making some really good points. Like, you do have to have ownership. You do have to negotiate, and you do have to know your value. He was like, if you all sign me for this amount, just imagine how much I'm making you as a company. And so his points to me were very valid on what he was saying. And he's betting on himself. And, he's in a much better position than I am to do that, to bet on himself and to walk away from that kind of bag. But like Zach said, we are the great value version. So if you would like to.
Yeah.
Listen.
Now, I'm going to say this. I listen to Joe Budden's podcast, and I like Joe Budden's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I love what he was saying about owning your own content. I love what he was saying about all of that, right?
Yeah.
But the thing where he was saying, yo, well, you willing to give me 100 million, but I make you 900 million. You know what I mean? I need a piece of that. Nah, that ain't how it goes. You can't really count people's pockets that's giving you the opportunity in that sense, right? You can't, if you're the employee, you can't count their pockets. What you can do, and when I say count their pockets, thinking that you should get close to what they get.
Right.
That's just not how it works. But what you are, I do agree with he was saying, is be able to negotiate your worth, right? And I learned that in negotiations. First, I negotiated with iHeart. I learned a lot about negotiating. And I was like, okay, next time I need to make sure it's definitely something you need to have some things written down. You need a lawyer in there. You need and a lot of different things. Not saying I didn't have those things, but it's still some things that you should have. But you should, if this makes sense, I knew my value. This is my only thing of negotiating. I knew my value. I knew what I could bring. I knew what I was going to do when I got to GCI, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I based that on the amount of money that I figured that could be worth. I looked at some advertising things, this, that, and the other, this, and I'm like, yo, this is what I feel like I'm worth. And we negotiated out and came to a number that we could agree on. In the sense of what Joe Budden is, Joe Budden saying there are people that say, hey, I want to own. I still want to be a partner. I want some of that money that you're getting. I want a piece of that. I want a little bit of the pie. Then there's other people that are in certain situations like us that say, hey, we know our value. Make us feel good with the amount of money that you're going to pay us. Don't undervalue us with the amount of money. And then I figure, then go into ownership. But it's just like people that become entrepreneurs, right? That like, yo, they're willing to bet on themselves and say, hey man, I want to try to own. I want to own and make my own money. Me, I'm not comfortable with being an entrepreneur. I'm not. I'm not. I like knowing I give great work, you give me check. That's how I live.
I need my money on time. I don't want to wait. I don't want to gamble.
He said, I don't need no up and down much.
No.
What you had said on the contract is this. It's like NBA players. Let's just look at it. LeBron gets paid XYZ amount of money, right?
Yeah.
An owner is paying him that. He's not seeing the all crazy type of money that the owner's making on LeBron James being a Laker. The jerseys, the food that people are eating because they want to come watch him. People buying overpriced tickets, all types of, because LeBron is that guy. But what he's done in athletics, they give LeBron enough money to make him feel, all right, I'm cool. I know y'all making billions on me, but if y'all gave me a couple $100 million, I'm fine. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I totally get it. You know, if the thing is, if I just want to tell Spotify this, I don't know the numbers, but I guarantee we are considerably cheaper than the Joe Budden podcast. And guess what? We have way less drama. We're not gonna air you out episode 7 and say, we about to leave. You can sign us for the next 20 years for the right dollar amount. You can sign us for the next 20 years with no raise. With no raise.
Hold up. Zach, hold up. You are from a black college. I don't know what they teaching you in Tennessee State.
I said the right number. Maybe it's just me. You know, because sometimes I look at these things, like I look at articles and I see Jeff Bezos made another $20 billion. He has he's worth $200 billion. What the hell am I going to do with $200 billion? You can't even spend that, man. You cannot.
That's the fun part of it.
No, Tone. You could do your best spending. You could do your best spending in the world for the rest of your life every day and would not spend $200 billion. You just can't do it.
That's the point. That's the point, to be able to spend without getting close to running out. That's the rich point. Let's see how you looking at me. I hit a point. I hit something right there. You like, you're right.
Now, Tom.
That's the purpose of being rich. Is to spend without the fear of running out.
Yes.
That's true, though. That's true.
Yes. New bundles every week.
That's what it is.
I think
when you're broke, you're spending and you're constantly thinking there is a real fear of running out, because we've all been there. We've all spent and had $15 in our bank account until we get paid 3 days from now. And figure out
the fear.
The ghetto.
I need the fear. I need a little fear, because then I'm just unruly. Can you just imagine just out here just being ruthless with money? You have no regards for mankind. You know,
I can imagine.
I'd be doing anything.
Yes, that's the point.
We can definitely imagine.
You know how? Yes. Oh my God, you know what? And that's the thing. People want to talk about NFL players, NBA players, and give them a hard time. Come on, man. You talk about a guy that played sports. This is the thing. They play sports for 6 months, 7 months out of the year, destroy their bodies. They worried about what they got, people talking about them, ridiculing them, all type of stuff. They had a bad game, this, that, and the other. They're injury prone. So you want to get mad at this dude who's got all of that on him, and he flying chicks in from Instagram every couple of weeks. He needs that.
No, that don't justify that, child.
How did Tone go from that?
I don't know where he went.
Do that.
No, I just in my mind, if I was 23 and rich, I would 100% do exactly what them boys is doing.
Oh
I was talking about wealthy people. I was talking about $200 billion. Not people with millions. Millions, you can run out of millions. Yeah. You can't run out of 200 billion. You know how many billion it takes to end world hunger?
Knows that.
Right. Why would we know that?
Two.
No.
You can end world hunger with $2 billion. He would have 198 billion left. Tone, it's nothing you can do with that much money. You would, like, even if you could spend limitlessly, you still would just have a stupid amount of money that other people could be using.
Look, I don't care what you're talking about. Again, the reason to get rich.
I don't care what you're talking about.
Damn, you gave me the finger too? Damn. The finger. Damn. Stress of being a new daddy got you.
Yes. Somebody find us, child. We come with fights and everything. It's about to get ratchet over here.
I'm just sleepy.
Okay, all right, damn. I'm saying before I got flicked off, you bastard, is that I forgot what I was saying because you flicked me off. The hell with you, Zach. How about this? We're going to the next topic. And speaking of the NBA, everybody, the NBA had the boycotting of games. Now, this caused everybody to talk crazy, right? Everybody's going crazy. Are they really making a real statement? Are they using their platform right? This, that, and the third. We all heard it. Zach, what were you thinking about when you saw the boycott?
When I first saw the boycott, I was like, damn, this is dope. When I saw I was coming back by the weekend, I said, we did all that to come back on the weekend? If y'all just wanted a few days off, just say that. That's what I realized. I realized that they were tired of being in the bubble. They wanted a few days off. And you get a little sliver of room, they was like, hey, man, we out of here. No, we ain't playing no more. Because people are trying to get out of the bubble. That's what I realized happened, okay? And this may just be me. I'm not trying, like I said, a lot of my opinions, I'm not trying to recruit people to think like me at all. But the NBA makes me a little bit uncomfortable with how much they are pushing Black Lives Matter. It makes me a tad bit uncomfortable because it's so overdone. Like everybody's wearing Black Lives Matter t-shirts. Everybody's kneeling. It's written on the court. They got Black Lives Matter commercials. The N in NBA now stands for Negro Basketball Association at this point.
It always has.
Okay.
It's just, it has got to the point where I'm like, this is a little uncomfortable. And I mean, I'm happy that they're supporting, but you know how, I don't know. You ever see how people like, okay, I don't want to get the pod canceled, but.
I say it.
Yeah.
I'm already fighting. Say it.
You know how some unwoke white folk be just all of a sudden woke. You know, I'm like, bro, how did the NBA go this woke? How did they become this woke in a couple months? Like
Zach, you're talking about white people that have been around African Americans, Black folks, pretty much a majority of their lives. If you're a part of the NBA, it's no way you not been integrated into Black culture. And I like the fact that the NBA is being unapologetically Black.
That's what
I'm just uncomfortable with it because we've never seen a white sport, a white league, well, predominantly white-owned league and consumed by the masses be this unapologetically Black.
Yeah.
What you see to see is what the NFL does. Mm-hmm. It's kind of be, we Black for a second, we out. We Black for a second, we out.
Yeah.
No,
they been unapologetically Black.
No. What I don't like seeing is the Black struggle being commercialized. Since you want to go there, the Black struggle is commercialized. It's almost like it's like, okay, we said Black Lives Matter, get back out there and play. If you respected the struggle so much, you know what I'm saying, you would have respected their decision to boycott and not have everybody come back and hoop. You know what I'm saying? If you really respected the real struggle. Like you said, these people have been integrated with Black culture for years. I'm talking about years. Like you said, if you're in it, then, but all of a sudden, we so Black right now because it goes with the times. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, how did you go from 0 to 100 and you've been integrated with Black culture?
But what about this though, Zach? Let's say that now it's making white folks more comfortable with saying that they are in support of. Now, because of all the movement that's going on, they may have always felt this way, but they might have been scared to say something in support of. Scared? Because, you know, if you support Black folks, that means sometimes some white people think if you support Black folks, you not white no more, or you don't like white people. It's the same thing when you see a Black Lives Matter protest that has white people in it. The first thing they want to say about the white person is, what? You don't like white men? You don't like this? You don't support white culture? You don't support... Just because a white person says Black Lives Matters, sometimes they're looked at by their own race as not being white anymore.
This is true.
So now they feel, go ahead, Keke.
No, I think it makes me happy, right, Zach? I totally understand what you're saying about it not feeling genuine after a while. Like, why all of a sudden y'all doing all this stuff you weren't doing all this before? I totally get that. But what I, bask in the joy of it is that every time we see Black Lives Matter on the court, on the commercials, on the jerseys, whatever, any racist that is watching the NBA is uncomfortable. They are uncomfortable, they are upset, they are enraged, and that is what I find joy in, is that if you are a racist, now it's everywhere. Now it's everywhere you turn, every channel you turn on, you can't watch sports without it, you can't watch, you can't go on the blogs without it, like it's everywhere. So I like it, and whether it's genuine or not, it needs to be said over and over until the rest of America get on board or go on somewhere. So I'm not mad at it at all.
Keke.
Yes.
Kyrie.
She said bask too, just by his back.
What I say?
You said bask.
Oh, okay.
Bask in it. You potting. Okay.
Kyrie Irving, before they decided to go back into the bubble, Kyrie Irving said, "Hey, I don't think we should go back into the bubble. Mm-hmm. It'll take attention away from the movement. You know, he wanted to boycott.
Yes.
Everybody drug him.
Okay.
The NBA decided to boycott. Everybody supported it. Now all of a sudden, the same people that drugged Kyrie for saying, "Hey, maybe we shouldn't play," are the same people who was like, "Yeah, that was good," because it was majority. I feel like everybody's just going with the majority right now,
That's true.
It just does not feel genuine to me, and that's what makes it uncomfortable. It's just like y'all aren't for real, and if you're not for real, let's not fake it. I don't want to be pacified. I don't want to be faked. One thing that Trump has done is help us expose the racism in America. Yeah. I don't want to go back to hiding and acting like everything okay, and then y'all come and put all this systematic stuff to mess us up. No, come on out with it. Come on out with it.
Show us how racist you really are.
Yeah, but we got the whole world kneeling. Everybody in the NBA kneels during the national anthem now. Meanwhile, nobody in the NBA, when Colin Kaepernick kneeled, the NBA did not step up and was like, "We support Colin Kaepernick and we're going to kneel." How come the NBA didn't kneel when Colin first kneeled? It's just because it's cool to kneel. Now, no, man, I'm not going.
Okay, King, relax. That TSU call. Okay, King, my bad. We hit a little button. That little skinny dude got him sad. That baby got him stressed out. What? Yeah. He got postpartum depression.
We gotta check on that. We gotta check on you. I really do feel you.
Woosah. Marijuana is legal in Illinois, just so you know. Okay. I wanted to get that out the way.
Tell the truth, though.
Yikes. All right. I honestly had this. I wanted to talk a little bit about Jacob Blake, but Zach is feeling like Malcolm X right now. So Keke, the whole Jacob Blake, after we know what we've seen what happened, handcuffed to the bed, paralyzed. We just seeing so much happen. I mean, in the fallout of Jacob Blake this final week, what have you been this past week? How have you been feeling about it?
I'm pissed off. I'm now you want to talk about mad, upset. When I saw a headline that said that man was handcuffed to his hospital bed, I wanted to whoop everybody's ass. Like, that's a problem. That's a big problem. And the fact that our president hasn't spoken now, hasn't been to, it's just so much.
He tried to call. They didn't pick up the call.
He's like somebody baby daddy probably tried to call their kids, and that, like, Trump is terrible. Okay, period. And it's just, I'm so upset with every official in Kenosha, from the mayor to the governor. Like, how do y'all allow this to happen? Your officer shot him 7 times in his back as he's walking away from you. He's unarmed. Children are in the car, and you have the audacity to handcuff him to a bed when he's paralyzed. And then you get on TV and lie to me, but you admit that he is handcuffed to a bed. Like, I wanted to whoop everybody ass. So yes, I'm upset with that one, and I'm just hoping that he just pulls through, he makes a recovery, and that he can really tell his story, and we can really raise hell about this, because this is upsetting, very.
Zach, you take a deep breath, and then tell us after this week, the handcuff to the bed. We even had an ex-Chicago Bear speak out against Jacob Blake, like, compare the shooting to a Monday Night Football game, which was so dumbass Brian Urlacher. How were you feeling again? I mean, just did it bring, once you saw the video and then after hearing all of the fallout from it, how were you feeling? Tell us.
All right, I got a joke and then I'm gonna get serious. The funny thing, because when you said the Bears, it made me think of the fact that the Bears can't even protest right. These fools boycotted Jacob Blake. Well, the fact that Jacob Blake got shot by canceling practice.
Dumb.
What?
Dumb.
They made a statement, man.
Statement. Practice?
Dumb.
That was so
not
stupid.
The game, but
not the game. They protested practice, not where anybody buys tickets and actually goes to. It's just y'all. If you wanted a day off, just say it.
Yep, you right.
Okay.
You right.
Just say it. Y'all protested practice. That's like me protesting the weekend at my show on my show. Like, you know what? I ain't working on Saturday and Sunday. You ain't even on the schedule. All right,
Bud, talk to me, bro.
But yeah, bro. On a serious note, I tried so hard not to watch the video. How I feel about watching black men get shot by the police over and over. I think it does something to our psyche. So I try not to watch it, but I had to go ahead and watch it just because I knew we were going to talk about it. And I mean, it's just disheartening. And the fact that it's kids in the car, bro. You shot somebody with real life children in the car. And I saw an interview. Shout out to our morning show, WGC Morning Show. They did a dope interview with his uncle.
Yeah.
And the uncle was saying that the kid is so traumatized that every time, like, they saw the police and he tried to jump out the car. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine the trauma that is to a kid? And then to have him handcuffed, like he's paralyzed. He can't go anywhere. Right. It's just, it's disheartening. It's sickening. I mean, we have to vote. I mean, I don't know what else to do other than tell people to vote. Do you know any
but the thing
solutions?
Is, when people keep saying vote, Zach, I get it. We got to vote and get and make a better choice, right?
Yeah.
But at some point, again, I point to the police department. There has to be another way of protecting citizens, because the way the police are structured at this point, and the people that are involved, the people that are involved, I hate to lump them all together, but they're all a part of it. The way the people that are involved, it's not right. You know what I mean? The fact that somebody could go on TV and admit to handcuffing a paralyzed man that was shot in his back 7 times.
Yes.
At some point, common sense has not sunk into somebody. Like, somebody should have been like, man, he ain't going nowhere. Like, cuff him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the simple, that's just common decency. This dude just got, hey fam, he just got shot 7 times. I know it's standard procedure, dealing with police officers, you gotta be cuffed to the bed, but he's paralyzed from the waist down. He's not going anywhere. The lack of common sense, again, shooting him in his back, the lack of common sense. Why not shoot his tires out of his car if you think he's getting ready to get away? Where he going with the car tires flat? Common sense. The way they hire police officers need to be revisited. Do I think it should need to be defunded? No. Changed 100%. They don't know how to hire anybody. They don't, the training in it is obviously, it's messed up. Obviously you have people that are not being properly tested for, I guess, anger management issues, racist issues, whatever they got. It's something, because it's happening all over the country. It's not just in Illinois. It's not just in Wisconsin. It's everywhere. That's the craziness. The entire police have at least 1 or 2, 3 or 4, whatever, fucked up ass situations in their department.
Yeah, but I don't
that
think
should tell them they're doing something wrong.
Yeah, I don't think it's a training issue. I don't think it's a training or anger management or nothing, because if Jacob Blake was white, he would have went in his car, he would have cussed the police out, he would have spit on them and drove off. And you know, it's not. So to me, it's not a training issue. It's not it's a race issue. It's I'm a black man or I'm a black woman, so you shoot first and think later. But when I'm a white woman or I'm a white man, you will do everything to de-escalate the problem. You somehow, you remember to shoot the tires out. You somehow remember to uncuff me from a bed. Like, you know, it just never goes that way when it's the other way around. So I don't think it's a training issue. I don't think it's a hiring issue. I think it's a race issue. And that's something that, you know, this country is just known for.
Yeah, Tom, I'm about to go in my HBCU bag again, but
go ahead, jump in there, jump in your bag, bro. Go in there.
You used the word. You said that they were, you know, that they lack common sense. I don't think they lack common sense. They lack empathy for black people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They lack seeing us as human beings, and that's the issue. You know, it's like the empathetic thing to do when somebody is paralyzed. But hey, we don't have to unhook them. I mean, it's not an animal. You understand what I'm saying? You treating somebody like an animal. Even shooting somebody in the back is animalistic if you think about it. You know, like, he was literally getting in his car with his back turned. And then you didn't, and let me tell you, you didn't even shoot him once to, like, you know, apprehend him or shoot him in the leg or something. No, you shot him 7 times in the back. How were you that scared? You know, so it's just not, people have to start seeing us as people. That's the issue. You know, and I think that goes back to my point of why I hate to see the videos of black men getting shot, because I don't think people see us sometimes as human beings with feelings. I was in the and this is real talk. I was in the hospital, and you know, when my child was born, and you know how they say that black women have a higher chance of, you know, dying from childbirth. Mm-hmm. But I when I was in there, I realized why. They think that black people have a higher pain tolerance than other people. You know what I'm saying? My wife is in pain, bro. And they're like, yo, that should be all right. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we had a black woman doctor, that she was the only person who came in and was like, you in pain? Like, she listened to her, actually looked her in the face, said what was going on, and was like, okay, I'm going to do this, and like, you know, make sure you out of pain. But they're looking at us as just different. And I don't know if it's something that's programmed or something subliminal, but they were really looking like, you know, it was just a lot of different things of where I could see where just not caring the same way you would care if it was a white man or a white woman, how that happens, especially in the health field. I hate to switch it to that, but I saw that.
I mean, it's your experience. I mean, and that's both of you made great valid points about that. And actually, I understand where y'all coming from in the sense, like, yo, I wasn't even thinking. It's a flat out, it's a race issue, and it's so stupid. Let's switch gears a little bit and jump right here. Future has dropped all the charges against his most recent baby mama, Eliza Reign. Now, you know, they were going back and forth in court. She was saying he was for everybody and talking about him. He said he was a deadbeat dad. He went on to sue and say it was defamation of character, and he's dropped them all. Keke, when you hear about this, him dropping all of the suits, what do you think?
That's what y'all do when the new chick leave y'all. So Lori Harvey then went on about her business, right? So now you want to be nice to your baby mama. But when Lori was in the picture, you want to take me to Judge Mathis. You want to get all my receipts. You want to tell me I'm trying to extort you. All type of crazy mess y'all come up with when y'all in a new relationship. But now, since Lori done left you, you want to play nice. You want to come over here and see your kids. You want to do no. So if I was her, I would sue him again. Go sue him again, because the only reason he being nice to you is because the new chick done left. That's all that is. No, I'm not here for it. Future, you are the most toxic man that I know in America. So yeah.
Damn.
That's it.
Damn. Zach,
Keke.
following that up, when you hear about Future dropping his lawsuits against his baby mama, what did you think, bro?
Keke is so wrong. Okay.
What?
When you see, Keke is just speaking off of just emotion, you know what I'm saying?
Emotional.
I'm gonna actually put some I'm gonna add some facts, honey.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. When you look
give it a fact, Zach.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Future has about 5 to 6 to 7 baby mamas. Okay. Mm-hmm. He has only had issues like this with one. Okay. So he has a record of handling baby mamas very well, to the point that women want to be one of Future's baby mamas. There's a lot of women who aspire to be that, because he takes them on nice birthday trips. He buys them APs. Mm-hmm. I don't know how he keeps his baby mamas happy. He had issues with Sierra, but not like this with this one. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is the one. So when I look at somebody's history, when you look at their record, you realize, oh, the problem is not Future. The problem is the baby mama. No. What is she doing to cause this riffle? If I got 6 baby mamas and only one act up, you gonna blame the baby daddy?
It's not that. You know what the problem is? He claims the rest of the baby mamas. He claims the rest of the children. He pays child support for the rest of the children.
So he does right by all
6.
But this one
he came in the game demanding a lot of money.
As she should. She sat around and was the side chick for years with him. Was his little kickoff girl, his friend, right? Now he mad and salty because she got a baby. You cannot be mad. You knew going in raw what was gonna happen.
But Keke, you
can't be salty about that.
Why can't you, Keke?
Because you gotta take that L. If you go,
oh my God. Well, listen, if you tell me you on birth control. You tell me on birth control, and I'm able to shoot the club up, and I've been shooting the club up for a while, and then all of a sudden now you pregnant. Why can't I be mad?
You can be mad for 9 months.
Deception.
But guess what? You can be mad for 9 months, but guess what? When that baby get here, all that need to cut out. It's too late. The baby here. Cut me my check. Run me my AP and go on about your business.
He dropped the charges. That's why
he dropped the charges because Lori left him. I'm telling you, a new chick come in your life had you gassed up. That ain't your baby. She ain't even your type. How you get her a baby? That's how the new chick come talking. And he was like, you know what? You right. You right. I ain't claiming that baby. I ain't giving that girl no check. And now what? Now Lori gone. Now you want to play nice. Now you tired of playing because you've been paying them court fees and stuff like that. So now you ready for all that down because the new chick done left you. Get your money, girl.
Keke, you played the new girl part really good too. Just by the way,
because you know
you did great. Do you have any experience with the new girl? Because that was a great role for you. You killed it.
No, I've been fortunate to date men who don't have children. I've been fortunate.
What do you mean fortunate? What? Wait. You can't throw shade on my brothers like that. I've been fortunate.
I'm just saying.
My God. Oh my God.
Just saying. Let me say, I have not dated men with children. I don't have children, so that's why I say fortunate. Because if you have children, I don't have children. Now I got to deal with all you got going on. So I haven't had that experience. And I'm the type, if I dated a guy with kids, you know what, I'm not even gonna lie, child. I ain't mature enough yet. So I probably would be the new girl, like, I probably would be the new girl, you know, like, that ain't your baby, she lying. No. So, you know, I know how it is.
Oh my God! All right, look, let's go. Let's get some quick fire, some rapid fire questions, man. Actually, topics.
Y'all, wow.
It's been going on for a while, right? And I've been seeing people. I actually joined one, and I feel like it didn't go the right way. I'm still waiting for my magical payout. The Susu boards. That's right. The boards where you put in some money and all of a sudden you become X amount of thousands richer.
So you did that?
Yeah.
As cheap as you, as tight as you is with your money. I won't say cheap, I'll say tight.
Thank
as
you.
responsible as you are with your money. You did one.
So this is what happened. I made some money with a friend.
Okay.
Made some money.
Uh-huh.
And I said, it wasn't like a lot of money. So I was like, all right, man, go ahead, take that little money and let's see if it turns into blah, blah, blah. Of course, it didn't turn into that money for me. It turned into it for him and some other people, but it didn't turn in for me. Now, I'm not going to get mad, but it proves my point of saying I don't mess with my money. I like my money to come from iHeartRadio and Hennessy. I like they not asking me saying double up. They're gonna say, hey Tone, you do this and this. Every couple weeks we're gonna give you a check to your account. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Messing with other people. Zach, have you heard about the boys, man?
Yeah, man, I got on one, dog. I got on one. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just joined another one yesterday. I was trying to see how it worked. You know what I'm saying? Listen. The first one I joined, it didn't go as planned, but I left with more than what I came in with. So I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
It kind of blew up, you know. But I do want people to know about these Susu boards. It's gambling, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if it doesn't work out for you, don't call somebody who it worked out for and be like, hey, can you send me my money back? The answer is no. I can't. I promise you, I can't. You lost. I mean, I didn't do it. So, you know, just know that you taking this risk. Let me tell you, I know a lot of people who are reaching in their savings to try to flip some money. That is not a smart investment. Okay. Tesla and Apple stock split. You should have bought some stock if you're trying to grow your money. But what you shouldn't did was jump out here and take your last 2,000 and think you're gonna turn it into 14. Then it don't work out. You start calling people trying to get your 2,000 back. It's over. You took that L. Learn how to take that L. So, you know, everything that I do invest in this, I think of it as if I won't get it back, and it's okay with me. I'd be like, all right, I'm comfortable if I don't get this back, you know, because people stupid, man. You know, the only people doing miracle. Jesus, the only person turning water into wine, man. He fed 5,000.
That's what I said, yo. They talking about that 2,000 to me, like Tone. You know, if you put 5 in here, it could turn into bro. You don't want to see me after $5,000 come up missing. I don't want that type of energy on anybody I know. So I just say, hey man, I invested a very, very small amount of money and nothing came of it. And that's all it takes for old Tone Kapone. I put my bread up. Keke, you right. I'm tight. I'm tight because I remember what it was like to be broke.
Yes.
Super broke. So I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm not doing Keke. I guess you're not messing with it either, huh?
Well, you know the murder rate in Chicago is already high enough. I don't want to be added to the list. I don't, because I'm coming. Again, I don't care if it's $500. I'm coming for my money. So I'm just trying to stay safe. Now I am trying to convince my boyfriend to get on one because I do want to see what happened with his money, but not with my money. Not with my money. So I'm not trying to go to jail in Chicago. I'm just keeping it a buck. So don't ask me.
That's funny. Come on, baby. Like, yeah, turn that. And then you can get that. Wow.
I'm like, he got it. See me, I'm about to die. I'm gonna die by my $500.
That is the best. God, that's hilarious. All right, let's do this. Niecy Nash got married.
Yes, Niecy.
Niecy Nash got married. Keke, how you feeling about that? Niecy Nash just came out of the blue. She got married.
You love to see it. I told y'all, we are not sitting around crying and waiting on y'all to act right. Niecy Nash divorced her husband in March. It is almost September, and sis is out here living her life. So, and she done went down her a woman that will treat her right. I don't care who she married. I'm just happy to see her bounce back. If I'm not going back and forth with you as a person, it's Niecy Nash. She's not going back and forth. Sis is moving on up, and I'm here for it. I'm happy to see it. I love to see it. So salute to them and congratulations, period.
Look at you. She had a drink to that. Hey, Zach. Zach, you saw Niecy Nash come out of the blue. She married a lady. I mean, hey, what were your initial thoughts?
I mean, see, the thing is, when people get married that quick, that makes me think that person was in the chamber cooking already.
And she was. She
that
definitely
person was in the chamber. If you got divorced in March and married in August, ain't no way you found love that quick enough to get married. Hell no. Hell no.
Yep. You want something? You got it. You right.
If I'm the ex-husband, I'm like, how long have they been doing this? How long have this been going on? Because it had to be. It's no way March to August is too quick to get married, man. Yeah. I promise you.
You want to know something?
And not only get married, but to switch, genders.
That was already in the cooking. That was cooking already.
That was already cooking.
The wife was at her first wedding. The woman she married today or now was at her first wedding and sang at her first wedding.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she did.
No, she wasn't.
Y'all, we ain't going
if you the husband, I'm gonna send you about 5 of these. All right, I'm gonna send you 5-piece, bro. If you the husband, you can't sleep. Yes. What? She sang at the wedding.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God. You got beat out by vagina. You gotta be so not feeling yourself right now. But I will say this. She married a very handsome woman. She did.
That's stupid.
What?
I don't.
No, you didn't have to do that.
What did I do?
She is very attractive. Yes, she is.
She wears guy clothes.
She's a very handsome woman.
Handsome?
Move on.
Okay, all right.
Cancel.
Okay, cool. I'm not trying to cancel.
I'm about to get canceled. We done.
I don't know, man. Okay. All right. They're a beautiful couple. I thought this was weird. Ron Jeremy, who was a porn star back in the 80s, 90s, but he was super popular, like a super, super popular porn star. He's facing like 250 years in prison over multiple sexual assault charges. When you hear this, what do you think? And there's jokes all in this.
He did it. That's what it makes me think.
Whatever they say he did it.
Whatever he did, he is guilty. Okay?
But how do you work in porn and get a sexual assault charge? Your job is to have sex.
That's how you know he's guilty.
Yeah.
Because if he knows anything, he knows sex. And he knows when somebody doesn't want it. Okay? So whatever you're doing, you cannot push yourself.
And have you seen him?
What he look like?
Anybody who was having sex with him was definitely getting paid. So he whatever they say that man did, he did it. And he need to serve every year for it, period. You can sit next to Cosby. He did.
Oh, that's... Oh, okay. Okay, so real quick, let me ask you this question because I'm going to circle back to Future because he makes me think about this. Future makes me think about child support because he's paying a lot of it. Future will always be rapping forever. I'll always be on the radio because of my child support. It's just what it is. I'll never stop. I'll podcast to the death of me. Stop me on my deathbed. I don't have Future baby mamas, but I got a couple. Anyhow, shout out to you. Love y'all.
A nice collection.
Love you. All right. What?
Love y'all. It's funny.
This is what I think. Do you think there should be a cap on child support? We must ask the lady of the pod, Keke, come with the craziness because we know he's about to come out.
It's not crazy. It's just facts. Why would you put a cap on the lifestyle my child should have. Is there a cap on what iHeart should pay you? No. So as long as you keep getting raises, me and your child should be getting raises. So no, there should absolutely never be a cap, because, you know, if you turn around and be the man like Amazon, what you think you're gonna keep paying me like you was paying me when you was on the pod? No, I need my money. So it should definitely not be a cap. There's no cap. The more we go up, you go up, we go up. We a team for 18 years. We are a team. So yes.
What happens when the money runs out, Keke?
It's not gonna run out.
No, I'm sorry. What happens when you reach 18 and you got used to that lifestyle and now it's gone?
Well, if she's smart, she didn't invest it, put it in a couple susu boards or whatever you was talking about. You know, if she's smart, she didn't put some of that, stash it away. Now, you always live a little below your means now, baby mamas. Let me tell y'all. Always, you know, don't go crazy. Because when they hit 18, he's done. I don't care if the child go to Harvard, graduate. The daddy ain't paying nothing else after he done paid for 18 years. Y'all, it's a wrap. You're not paying for nothing. So please stash your money, flip your money, whatever you got to do. But after 18 years, I know it's going to end. So that just means for those 18 years, I got to get everything I can get.
Damn!
You know.
Zach Boog, we don't want you to ever experience this, but I know you got friends, fraternity brothers that all have experienced the real thing of child support. How you feel?
I think child support should be like a car. Okay? You got to think about
where's this going?
Okay.
You got to think about it like this. Yes, you can go 120 miles per hour, but there's laws out there that make you where you don't exceed the speed limit. You see what I'm saying? Just for safe driving. Okay? Just for safe driving, to keep everybody on the road safe. Okay?
I'm with you, kinda.
No.
And to keep your baby mama and child safe, you should probably put a cap on child support, because I'm gonna tell you something. If it get too high, the dude paying it is gonna kill you. So I just can't do this no more. You need caps and stuff like this. You definitely do, because it's you can have a great lifestyle. You can live really good, you know, without, you know, excessiveness. Like, people get really crazy when it comes to their money, especially if they feel like it's getting taken from them. You know, especially if they feel like somebody didn't earn it. You have to have caps on unearned income. Now, if it's earned income, like you said, iHeart, it's no caps because I'm doing the work. But unearned income, it needs to be caps. Is it caps what you give your kids if they was in the house with you? Yes. Would you give your kid in the house, when my son grows up, am I gonna get my check from iHeart, just give it to him just because he's my son? No.
Yeah, if you got a baby mama.
No.
I'm gonna ration it out to where it makes sense. And that's what we should do. We have to make it make sense.
You gotta make it make sense.
That was for the city boy.
Unearned income.
Whatever.
That is it. And they're not, and I have and this is the thing. So I know that some women go like, it is earned. I understand your time, your energy, you getting up in the morning, you being there when they sick, you being there 24 hours. That's worth money.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But is it worth? In some cases, women want almost half of what you have. That's not going to happen. I'm not giving you half of nothing. Well, I make sure that you and her or him are comfortable. Yes, okay. I want my kids to be comfortable. I want them to feel like they can ask dad for pretty much anything and get it. And I can help out, I'm going to help out. But it's a lot of women that use child support as a way of getting back at the father. Mm-hmm. And that's a fact. He with the new girl, I'm going to give you some child support. Now what you going to do? Now what? And women will talk crazy to you over child support because you know why? Excuse my expression. They know they're going to bitch you up. The moment they start talking about child support, she could call your mama a name. She could call your grandma a name. She could be like, you weak as hell. You got a small PP. All of the things I think. And you're going to be looking at her like, so, I don't care. The moment she say, I'm about to take you and get more child support, you like, wait.
Yes.
You ain't got to do that.
Yes.
What's wrong with you? You crazy. That's when we go crazy because y'all know, y'all got that, baby mamas know they got that golden ticket. They're like, yo, as soon as I mention child support, it's over. Yep. I'm winning the argument. If I want them to do something, because they'll say, you lucky I could take you to get some more money from child support, but I don't because I like you and I know you're a good daddy. And you like, okay. You can't say nothing.
Yeah.
You can't say nothing. So I just think it's women got to stop using child support as a weapon. Let's get to, I think we got one more thing.
As a weapon.
As a weapon. Some women use it as a weapon, like a knife, like a dirty, rusty, nasty knife with herpes on the tip. They do. All right, let me get to this. Last question. It's not Battle of the Sexes. It's basically a hypothetical situation. It made me think about it. I think I'm gonna use it on the radio tomorrow. If you knew exactly what was going on, not mess it up. What would you have done? What would you have done? It's the red cup. A little too much red cup right there. What would you have done in 2019 if you knew 2020 was going to be like this?
Ooh.
Keke, go ahead and tell us, since you let the woo out. What would you have done last year if you knew 2020 was going to be like this?
I would have gone ahead and lay myself to rest and went on the glory. At this point, I probably would have just seen, like, what heaven hidden for? Like, I want to know what's heaven for?
What heaven hidden for? No, I'm going to stick around. Stick around. I'm not trying to find out what heaven hidden for.
Bruh, at this point, Tom, I mean, we done lost Kobe, we done lost Black Panther, we got a pandemic, we get stuck in the house, the president crazy, we got sex trafficking everywhere. It's just like, I probably would have just not even celebrated the new year. Like, can I just stay in 2019 or something? Because
it's not like an event you would have done. It's not like you'd have traveled more. Would you had a baby? Would you got married? What would you done?
That's a good question.
If you knew that 2020 was like this, would you have had a baby in 2019? Like, you know what? I'm gonna have me a baby and have some joy in my life for 2020 because this is gonna be crazy. I already know.
I wouldn't have had no baby because I'm not gonna sit in no house stuck with no kids. So that wouldn't have worked for me. I know I wouldn't have had a baby, but I definitely would have traveled more. Maybe, yeah, I definitely would have traveled more. Definitely would have had a hot girl summer, just a hotter summer the last time. And that's pretty much it, child. I'm just so ready for this year to be over. I don't know.
Zach, what would you have done in 2019 if you knew how 2020 was gonna be?
Man, I actually did all the stuff you just said accidentally.
I
accidentally did everything you just said. I was supposed to have a big wedding in 2020. We opted out of that and was like, my wife was just like, something don't feel right about that. Let's just do something small, just us. Guess what? It was smart because we would have been paying refunds, not getting money back. Deposits would have been lost. All that would have been in 2020. And yes, I shot the club up in 2019, just had my son in 2020, So would I have shot the club up if I would have known this? Probably would have done it anyway, you know what I'm saying? So yes, I accidentally did the right things in 2019 to prepare for 2020. Now, a few things I would have done, few friends that was like, hey, Zach, come out to this rooftop, let's get some drinks. I probably would have went. And, because I always thought, I'll catch you next time. I didn't know next time was never coming. It's a lot of different things I probably would have done, when it comes to just like being social that I would have done. But other than that, who knew? Like, you don't see nothing like this coming. Come on, man.
Right.
When do
you don't see like, hey, in March, New Year gonna start off regular, but then in March, everything's gonna shut down. What? And then
you just don't see it. The highlight of 2020 was the NBA All-Star game, 100%. For me,
that was it. That was all we got.
That was it. And for me,
and that was even ruined because Kobe, right?
Yeah, Kobe.
Yeah,
It was,
Yeah.
but that had a dabber on it.
Pretty
'cause
wrong.
That is
Kobe
true.
died in January.
Yeah.
That was true. That is true. I would say for myself, in 2019, I would have tried to experience more vaginas than I did, but not just playing. I'm joking. That was for the pod. That's all jokes.
He ain't playing.
I did not know he was gonna say that.
He ain't playing.
All jokes. Seriously, that was 100% jokes. It was jokes. You know what? I traveled a little bit in 2019. I would have traveled because I think I did a lot of great traveling in 2017 and 2018. I would have got in my travel bag more. And like you said, it was the whole thing of, man, I just do it next year. I go here. So I guess the value in this exercise is don't put off nothing because you don't know what's happening the next day and what's gonna happen tomorrow.
To be honest, we actually thought 2020 was gonna be an amazing year.
I did.
I was actually saving stuff like, in 2020 I'm gonna do this. Oh, in 2020 I'm gonna get it. No, it didn't happen like that. I should have did it in 2019. So whatever you want to do, ladies, if you want to sleep with that man right now,
yes.
Okay. As you see how 2020 tomorrow is not promised. Okay.
The 90-day rule doesn't work in 2020.
It does not work. 90 days, anything can happen in 90 days. Drop it off.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let somebody see if it's a little garage. I don't know.
I
don't know. Hey, Keke,
yes.
What does this mean in the WAP song, whatever you want to call it?
Mm-hmm.
What does stirred macaroni mean? What does that mean in there? What does the macaroni in the pot mean? What does that mean?
Tone, now I know out of all the vaginas you've had, you done had some macaroni in the pot, baby. Okay?
I think of macaroni and it doesn't make me feel good. But I think about macaroni.
It's a sound that comes with WAP.
When you stir it.
It's the sound effect of WAP. Okay?
Oh.
It's a sound effect.
I can't believe you didn't know that.
I can't believe it either.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right. So,
it's definitely been some macaronis and pots there.
There you go.
I ran into some macaronis. All right. Final thoughts. Let's go ahead and wrap this boy up. Let's wrap it up. Woo, man, I done had too much to drink. Keke, talk to us. Final thoughts.
I'm still stuck on the WAP comment, but all my ladies with the macaroni in the pot, live life, honey, because as we just told you, we don't know what is in store in 2020. So if it's something you want to do, go do it. I don't care what it is. Don't be scared of nothing. Go try it out, do it, whatever. So that's what I gotta say.
Love it, Keke. Love it to death. Zach Boog, what do you have to say? Final thoughts, bro. Give it to us.
Final thoughts as I get ready to get on my shift, take care of my son. If you're thinking about bearing children, adopt at like 13, so you can miss.
There you go.
The early years, so you can just jump in and just be a good parent. You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
Being a newborn parent is overrated. Really, I just want to let y'all know that's my final thoughts. I'm tired. Look at me, man. Let me tell you something. Can I tell y'all? I don't even know the last time I really just slept. So
it's not gonna happen for 6 months, bro.
Right.
This is terrible. This is like being online again. I promise you, feel just like online. So I'm happy this happened, that I had that experience to pull from. But that's my final thoughts is adopt.
So dumb. Hey, I'll do it for the fellas and the ladies. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, the What More Can I Say YouTube podcast. Make sure you also, invite people to watch it. Also, make sure that you are following our Instagram page, What More Podcast. Follow also Zach Boog and Keke and myself. Every episode airs every Tuesday. We definitely appreciate all our new watchers, our new listeners, and definitely the fam. We got to think of something to call the What More podcast. Like, fam has been with us. We got to think of something clever. Yeah. We'll come up with one. I'll have my Snoop Dogg inspirational medicine that'll make me think of, and we'll come up with something for the fan base. But hey, we appreciate y'all, man. My final thoughts: be safe out there. You can see it's not promised. We don't know when we're gonna go, so that's probably been the whole thing of the podcast is, yo, man, take advantage of every day. Cool. And we're about to get out of here. Of course, what more can I say?